Good evening, everyone, and welcome to BunkaMania UK here on Twitch and on YouTube. And you know what's special about today? It's because you get an RKO, and you get an RKO, and you get a double AA, and you get an AA, and you get an AA. You get the Prime bottle, and you get our truth stopping you, and all that sort of stuff. But hello, welcome to the stream where we are going to be talking about WWE Backlash from St. Louis this past weekend, as well as Raw, and a few other things as well. I am, of course, the Dekker Dane, joined, as always, for WWE stuff by Harriett, aka Mango. Harriett, how are you doing?
Not too bad. It was a busy weekend. Somehow we fitted in wrestling into it. Once again, seems to happen.
I mean, the wrestling goes on forever, Harriett. We've gone over this so many times now. The wrestling is going on forever. It's never going to be decided who's winning the wrestling. I mean, it was at Backlash and it was on Raw, but it still hasn't been decided who's winning the wrestling. But your best bet is watching it and then looking at us to try and give reactions in that sort of sense. I nailed it for most of it. Anyway, hello to everyone in the chat. I see Matty Boo, who will be, I believe, our mod for this evening. He's looking after things in the chat, as well to Morphox as well to anyone else watching on stream or via the VOD. So yes, Backlash. Just about a month out from WrestleMania, and yes, Backlash was at St. Louis. St. Louis? Is it St. Louis? I don't know.
I think it's St. Louis, yeah.
St. Louis, yeah. So Randy Orton's hometown, and yes, this now Backlashes tend to be like they are B grade pay-per-views, premium live events, where there will be some matches, but mostly often the stakes are not really that high, but the matches themselves are still entertaining. Because a couple of years ago we had Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny. Last year we had Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in the awesome French audience going phenomenal all over the place. It was wonderful. So we've been creating in chats. It is St. Louis, but pronounced as Lewis. So think of Inspector Morse as Lewis.
Fair.
There we go. And I bet no one on this stream thought I would combine Inspector Morse with WWE.
Kevin Wheatley somewhere else just going, what?
and the little oh, I can't remember what guitar. It might be guitar. It might be. I can't remember what the music, what instrument, but it goes dun 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 da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Here comes Morse with a steel chair. Lewis, I don't like it.
So we're 5 minutes in.
John Ford, the late great John Ford, big pint of bitter in hand, in his crumpled police suit,
listening
with
to his
a chair.
records.
Lewis, I don't like it. I'm just going to hit them with the chair. That's how we'll solve a murder.
I was going to say that's how we'll solve the crime.
Oh, and in the madness of that, Sean has given us 10 bits. Hello, Sean. Hope you're doing well. This is a pretty normal conversation.
I mean, yeah.
It's the summer, or it's the start of the summer, all that sort of stuff. But yes. I don't know how. I know how we got onto Morse, because we now know how to say St. Louis. There we go. Fine. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Mothfox. So yes, we watched. What have I unleashed?
Madness,
unexpected wrestler Inspector Morse in Oxford. His finishing move is the Oxford Crab.
I need to make a note of something to tell you later. Carry on.
Right, as you jot down those notes, I will obviously explain how we got on watching Backlash. So, yes, this past weekend, I hit the big 4-0. So I had a lot of friends down, all up from Glasgow, from Middlesbrough, from Leeds, all that sort of stuff, coming down and having a really good time. We had a barbecue, all that drinks. For those staying over, I made my intentions quite clear that I was hoping to watch Backlash live later on that evening as things died down. And it was myself, you, Harriett, Matty Boo, a couple of our friends as well, Phil and Jason. And yes, we tried to watch the show live because we were very tired. I think we didn't realize how tired we were, especially when it came to the Pat McAfee Gunther match. where I'm trying to just vaguely try and keep awake. I got Harriet's head just slowly lolling back.
Yeah, I was going like that. Yeah, I was
Matty's head was slowly dropping forward. By that point, Jason,
and then you were kind of curled in the corner, so I did spot that.
I was nicely reclined. It was fine.
Yeah, to be fair,
it was fine. I closed my eyes for a few moments. I opened my eyes, and El Grande Americano had turned up. So why not?
Same with me. We kind of started falling asleep after. Not that it was bad. It was just more. It was a long day. It was very tiring.
Yes.
Relaxed, I think is the right word. I was in my comfortable clothes, and it was just like, oh, this is nice.
I mean, I had prosecco. I had Tan Fantastics.
I had cider.
I had some leftover doner kebab pizza, which was glorious, as Matty has said in the chat as well.
It was nice.
Yes, I was perfectly comfortable, and that means I fall asleep. So yes, we it's like I watched. Yeah, I think I do recall watching the whole of the Gunther match. So then after the Gunther match, we all took the sensible decision to go, you know what? Let's just go to bed, and we'll watch Orton Cena in the morning. We're a bit more refreshed, and we can appreciate the sheer theatricality madness of it all.
And oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Well, as always, we start off with a general thought. Harriet, your opening thoughts on Backlash this year. What did you think of it?
Do you know what? I enjoyed it. Last year was good. I think it was very much a fun show. I was worried about the main event. I really was, because it was just like, how many times have we seen this? I think it's like they faced each other, Orton and Cena, 93 times in total.
Yes.
So 94, why not? Why not round it off? But do you know what? That main event was one of my favorites. I had actually a few of the matches were very much match of the night. It's hard to define which one it is, but some matches were very short. Some lasted longer than they should have, but I honestly think it was fun, and I did enjoy it. I've actually rewatched a few of the matches because falling asleep did not help. But I went back and I watched them, and I appreciated the ones that I missed, especially the Penta Mysterio match, because that was good. But yeah, in all, I enjoyed it. Some of the matches, like main event, for example, was much better than WrestleMania. I mean, you can't really get any better, to be fair. But yeah, in all, loved it. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, for me, it's a fine show. I mean, it's like, I think it's entertaining. I think the nice thing about the Backlash show, especially these last couple of ones, is basically results are never going to be unexpected. I think maybe one result might have been slightly unexpected this evening. This evening, on that evening, but no, everything else was kind of, you kind of knew where things were going. You were just there just to have a nice evening on a Saturday night, or Sunday early mornings for us in our time zone, with prosecco, with doner kebab pizza, all that sort of stuff. We can all get ourselves all comfortable and relaxing with wrestling. So yeah, I don't think there was anything that made it like, oh, this is the most amazing show ever. But generally, it was very entertaining. And you're right, main event was miles more entertaining than WrestleMania Night 2's main event. So think of that as you will. Yeah, I mean, we're in the chat. Mofox is just on. It was fine. That's on the same level of, this is a wrestling match.
Sorry.
No, we have the scale. Maybe we have the scale of it's amazing to entertaining to it's all right, fine. It was a match.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not online to that meme of the dumpster of the fire going on the right in the background saying, "This is fine."
This is fine.
Especially some of the parts in the main event. To be fair.
Yeah. There's also a nice comment from Matty here. We'll probably hold a high regard for it based on the fact we watched it together. I mean, the thing that I've learned pretty much over the last couple of months, very, very, very importantly, is I think a good chunk of the wrestling stuff has been more enjoyable watching it with friends and kind of engaging. I mean, we watched Cena versus Orton at about 10 a.m. on a Sunday with bacon sandwiches and croissants.
Yeah.
Croissants and just kind of just lapping up the sort of things, even when John Cena went, I want to be your friend, Randy Orton. Let me be your friend, Randy Orton. It's like, we're friends. We're friends, right? Shake my hands. Ah, gotcha. Eye poke. Which I called. I'm sorry, I called very loudly in the kitchen saying he's going to poke his eye. You just watch. You just watch him poke his eye, and then Orton just went, ah, my eye, and then poked him back.
Yeah, I was going to say the retaliation and the reaction was brilliant from Cena.
Retaliation, all that sort of stuff. But yes, if you're watching, do let us know your thoughts on the show and the matches. We'll get through comments as we go along. So we're going to do a usual play-by-play. We're going to mix into the Raw Fallout as well. We'll have a little bit of chat about Money in the Bank as well. So this might be a short episode than most, mostly because Backlash is a show that was short as well.
I think it was we were going to bed about 1:30.
Two, and I think it was all done by 3.
Oh, okay.
So
time escaped me.
So it was the 5 card. It was the 5 match wonder card, but then you had like the extra hour afterwards for post show.
And we need to talk about that as well.
We will definitely be talking about post show in regards to one match. But yes, let's kick off things with Jacob Fatu surviving his fatal 4-way with Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Damian Priest in a fun little opener. I think it was quite a fun little competitive opener. Everyone had a chance to shine. But I think it's safe to say the crowd really like Fatu.
Yep, they really do. They really do like him. I mean, he has grown so much in the year. Has it been a year now he's been
Yes, he when it came to Backlash last year, he hadn't debuted by then.
Oh my word.
Backlash last year was Tonga Loa.
That was it, yes. Yeah. He has really come to his own. I mean, look, he's become a champion in less than a year, an Intercontinental champion. And it's just, or is it the US champion?
US title.
US title, sorry. Yeah. And the crowd do love him. I mean, when he's like literally squashing people left, right, and center, it's just like the crowds go, whee, sort of thing. And he can fly. There was some great moves in this match where he was just like going here, there, and everywhere, through the suicide dive through the ropes into LA Knight and the table. It was just so good. But yeah, the crowd do love him, and deservedly so. That was it. It was the promo that won him over, because it was going to be Solo at one point who was going to be the next big thing in the bloodline, and then suddenly it's just like, we'll use him. Basically.
There were those reports before I think Jacob started where they were going, we might hold off putting Jacob out there first because he might overshadow our favorite weekend cosplayer, Solo Sikoa. I mean, he dresses in fine suits like The Weeknd in his music videos.
He does.
I'm not sure if he dances or sings, but we'll find out one day, maybe. Who knows? But yes, it was that thing of we can't really have Jacob out there yet because we know quite well he's going to possibly be a favorite among fans. And lo and behold, within like the month, people just loved him. And it's good. It's good. And yeah, less than a year, United States champion. Definitely planting the seeds for a face turn. Pretty much, because yeah, this was a very competitive match. It kind of sprawled out into 2 separate kind of encounters towards the end. Damian and Drew always hitting each other hard and climbing up and doing a big suplex off some production equipment through some tables. McIntyre did seem to land quite awkwardly. Hopefully he is fine.
Yeah, apparently he did miss the table by about a bit, and yeah, I've heard nothing as such, but yeah, I'm hoping he's okay as well, because ow.
Yeah, I think if it was something serious, we probably would have heard by now, because usually we would have got that report out by now. But yeah, I think the way Damian and Drew kind of finished up, I sense they've got another match incoming, possibly.
Probably one more for Saturday main event, I'm guessing, and then hopefully that's it, because otherwise it could get a bit, or Money in the Bank,
or maybe a Money in the Bank qualifier. I think that might be a way to finish the feud off, is one of them goes to Money in the Bank.
I think much so. Yeah.
But yes, the big talking point of this match is basically, well, LA Knight had the advantage over Jacob Fatu, and then Solo came out to, in inverted commas, help by trying to distract LA Knight, and then when that didn't necessarily work, Jeff Cobb just turned out of nowhere in the crowd and punched him.
Yep. It's like,
yeah. Pretty much. Former New Japan Pro Wrestling star Jeff Cobb turned up, threw LA Knight around quite a bit, and Jacob Fatu had no idea what to make of it. He kind of looked a bit
very confused.
He looked confused. It's like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Why are you here? And what are you doing here? Am I still a champion? Yes, Jacob. Okay, I'll go do my moonsault now.
It's the fact that Solo was smiling as well, and I think that's kind of going to start the doubts of it creeping in, and then obviously the face turn eventually, whenever that happens. But
it's like, look, I've got Jeff. Jeff's on our side. Look, Jeff, maybe Jeff Cobb, because I don't think I heard him. I don't think I heard his name mentioned in commentary. But every WWE social media post went, look, it's Jeff Cobb. It's Jeff Cobb. Look, it's the hottest free agent around. Which means we might do a Ricky Starks where we just sort of go, you know who I am, and then we find out his name is completely different. And I think a few names have been floated out there already.
I mean, they have been copywritten a few names. So trademarking, trademarked a few names. I'm very tired. I apologize.
Even though it has been a busy weekend, I have also been out and about for work, so it's kind of like, yay! It's kind of like brain's off, and it's warm. So brain gets a little bit fried under the heat.
Yeah, very much so. So it's just interesting what's going to happen next. Obviously, the seeds of doubt are being thrown in now with Jacob. I'm guessing he's going to be like, I'm literally watching all of you, and so it's going to be, it's fine. It's going to be fine. We just got extra backup now that the other two are injured for now.
I mean, look, it's Jeff Cobb. He's so big. He's tall. He can throw people around. That's the sort of people we want in the bloodline, or the new bloodline, or the solo line. Let's call it the solo line. I like the solo line. It sounds cool.
It does, actually, to be fair. I don't know what lineage of bloodline we are in now, but it's like it's like listen, carries on.
Well, we're in randomly adopted bloodline members because I believe Jeff Cobb is not part of any relation of the bloodline, so that's also going to be a sticking point, I guess, for possibly for two, possibly in terms of like, well, it's like, okay, are we supposed to be some sort of bloodline because we're bringing in people who are not part of the family now, and I can imagine Solo forming another bloodline or solar line of people who are not technically blood related, and he goes, look, my family, it's the bloodline. It's like, no, Solo, you tried this once, you lost a lot, and you lost the Ulafala, so just stop it. Let's just call it the Solo line, and let's just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, guys.
As Matty's pointed out, Jeff Cobb is Filipino and completely unconnected to either side of the family.
Yes.
Which is correct.
I will put my hands up. I have not watched any of his matches prior to WWE, but I have heard he is incredible from various people and sources. So I really need to, I think there was one match in particular that I have seen to look for. So I need to see if that is available online to watch. But I'm intrigued as to what is going to happen next. I mean, now with leads now to everything else. Like I said, now what happens with LA Knight afterwards? It's kind of what's going to happen with him afterwards. I just hope. I mean, I'm wearing my LA Knight shirt now, but still, it's kind of like, is he going to try again? And then he's going to get involved and probably face off against Jeff as a tester, maybe.
Possibly. It's kind of I think LA Knight might be in that sort of strange sort of holding pattern creatively of we don't know what to do now. We've taken the belt off you, and depends if they think he might be a worthy addition to the Money in the Bank match.
True.
Later on, but
yeah,
I can see Knight still chasing the US title, but the story seems to have been planted more for Fatu versus Cobb.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's just like that's the main crux of what's going to happen at the end. It's just the stepping stones going up to it, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. But we shall see.
Yeah,
we shall see. Or as Matty is kind of just put in the chat, maybe tag team with Damien.
But I mean, Damien.
But Matty, I thought, Matty, what if it's a tag team with Damien and Drew? They've put aside their angry disagreements and they've stopped beating each other up. They've stopped putting themselves through glass and tables and production equipment, and they've realized, you know what? We can work together. We could be the Double Ds. And we can become the new tag team champions. I mean, frankly, I'm probably more likely going to take the belts off the Street Profits.
Yes.
Matty does like it, but makeshift tag teams are lazy booking. Probably true. Yeah, pretty much true. Yeah. Much. But let me dream, Matty. Let me dream. Let me dream of the Double Ds. Drew and Duncan. Drew and Damien. Any number of Ds can roll through there.
Who's Duncan?
Who's Duncan? I wasn't even thinking of Ant and Deck.
That was in my head as well. I was thinking of PJ and Duncan. See, this is how old we are.
Get Deck and Deck. You got the triple Ds. Drew, Damien, Duncan as their manager. What could go wrong? Everything, but what could go wrong? What could go wrong? I mean, they might be looking for new writers in WWE at the moment, so I can make cinema. I can do absolute cinema with this. I can. Motherfuckers has gone. All they need is a catchy song and a dodgy dance. I mean, just get ready to rumble.
Yeah, pretty much. Just make it into a. Oh no! Don't Def Rebel it. Don't Def
Rebel PJ and Duncan's. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh my word! I've seen through time. I am scared, but also intrigued at the same time. Matty's gone finishing moves. Watch us rock the mic and can he see? Oh no, I'm blind, Drew. I'm blind. I've walked into the Prime Station and I've been so hydrated and fresh that the Prime is burning my eyeballs. Where am I going? I think I'm in concession stand. Oh no, Drew! I fell into the table. I think Harriet's broken for the rest of this episode. I do apologize.
It doesn't take much, don't worry.
Oh no, Damien! Oh no, Damien! I can't even live forever. Like you see.
Oh my word.
We should probably move on to the next match before we go down the rabbit hole of Deck from Ant and Deck. Just can he see in much?
Well, that was actually PJ, I think. But still.
Oh, PJ. Similar accent. I mean, they're both from Newcastle.
I know.
Where's the lie?
Oh, nice shout out, Matty. Stepping Stones was another one of their songs. I don't know how I know that. Anyway, right.
Moving on.
Moving on.
We leave the confusion of Jager Fatu and Solo Sikoa, and we go on to the only women's match on the card, but it was for the Intercontinental Women's Championship as Lyra Valkyria escapes Becky Lynch, but still gets beaten down quite a bit. I think out of all the matches, this is probably the best one of the night.
Yeah.
To be honest. Because Lyra and Becky had really good chemistry. They had a really good match in NXT. This match is quite different to what they did in NXT because obviously now Becky's working as the heel. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, at times you see Becky out wrestle Lyra, obviously being big time Beck's the big deal, obviously showing the superiority. But Lyra just has that sort of continuous will not to give up or not to be defeated. And it rattles Becky quite a bit. It rattles her quite a bit that Becky resorts to trying to cheat to win. There's the chair, There's the turnbuckle. Manhandle slams don't put her down, like 2 of them. And and the hubris caught up with her, and Lyra wins with a roll up. But I think I think a lot of people kind of picked probably Becky to win the match and the title, but I think this definitely is a match that made Lyra.
Yes, definitely. It is. I mean, I was one of those people. I thought Becky was going to win because, but I should have remembered this is Backlash. Not all titles change, and this probably would have been the only one that would have changed. But I am very happy Lyra won because, as you said, it's given her the. I'm not saying Lyra is a bad wrestler, but of late, her winning the title has kind of really stunted that, if that makes sense, and it's kind of not given her much of a pillar. But my god, this match really did made her show. If people had never saw her match on NXT originally with Becky or seeing her on NXT, it was really good. And I hope that people sit up and take notice in regards to that. Lyra is a very decent wrestler and she is very good in what she does, and Becky really shone her to the skies, literally, not because of her bird gimmick, but it was a very well done match.
I mean, people do love the bird gimmick. I mean, even I do. I keep comparing it to Shooting Stars, and other people have put on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia bits as well, all that sort of stuff. But no, I think you're right. I think ever since Lyra won the belt, she hasn't had the most kind of glamour, like real kind of upstart kind of title reign, because we've had a bit of a kind of start-stop with both Dakota Kai, who's no longer in WWE now, or we've also had Ivy Nile as well, and even the Bayley stuff, which got derailed because, well, I wouldn't say got derailed. It's more like, well, Becky was here. No, not Becky was here. Bayley was here, and then Becky took out Bayley. Becky's here. We still haven't seen Bayley for a while, so either Bayley's having a break or something like that. But
possibly,
it's just been, and also the whole thing of, oh, it's Becky and Lyra winning the tag team. Oh, it's Becky and Lyra losing the tag team belts. Oh, Becky's turned heel. Well, that was quick. It was one of those straight. It's up there with like Zack Ryder winning the Intercontinental belt at WrestleMania one night, or like on WrestleMania 32, and then the next night, I've just lost it to The Miz.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Never mind.
This was very, because all of a sudden this was very quick storytelling, and then the following week Becky was just like, forget the mystery, I attack Bayley, mystery solved, sort of thing. It seemed very rushed, this whole storyline to begin with, and I still feel incredibly bad for Bayley, but she must have her reasons, as like you said, as to why she's off for a bit. So maybe it's because she's recovering from injury, but I'm still slightly mad about that, because I swear sometimes she does not get the flowers she deserves.
And also with the whole, because again, I think we've talked about this before, it seemed like Bayley and Roxanne Perez were set up for some sort of showdown.
Yes,
either at Standard Deliver or at Mania, and neither one of those happened.
Nope.
And it's just kind of been dropped like a giant rock in the lake. It's just been dropped completely, and it's just like, okay, that's a bit.
Literally,
that's a bit frustrating and disappointing. But I mean, I think if we didn't get the match that we got between Valkyria and Lynch, I think a lot of people might have properly soured on this quite quickly.
True. Yeah, I think so. But then, to be fair, it's kind of the butterfly effect. If that didn't happen, we wouldn't have had this good match and the result of it. So that's the way you have to think of the double-edged sword of wrestling. Sometimes outcome can be good and sometimes an outcome can be bad, but this instance it was good. So
so Becky, Lyra won. Becky immediately beat Lyra down, and then on Raw, Becky has a little bit of a promo, just kind of explaining why she's a proper heel again, or trying to be a heel, because it's like she listened to the fans back last year when they didn't like her winning the world championship, and when she lost it, she went away.
Yep,
she went away. But then she because she realized, what was it? There's a really good line there where she goes. There's a really good line in there that says, where she says that when I was coming up before I got to the main event of WrestleMania, we bonded. We bonded. It was like we kind of bonded. It's like you saw something in me, and I had your support, and I went all the way to the main event of WrestleMania. But when I won it, you didn't like it, and you began to hate me in that sort of sense. So that's kind of like it's very much a you people people side of things.
We're having a lot of that of late. I think Cena was one of the starts of it, and I think I did see a meme of a copy paste, and it was like, "Hey, wait a minute, she's copied my shtick," sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like, why are you a heel? Is it because you're jealous of this person? No. Is it because they have something you want? No. Why is it? Because the people made me turn. Because the people just didn't like me, and now I have to be mean to make it happen, per se. It was an okay promo. Essentially, they are really trying to make Becky unlikable, and I think to a degree they are making it work a lot better than last time she attempted to turn heel, and then people went, "Yes, this is what we want from Becky. Yes, you punch Charlotte. Yes, we like this. We like this a lot." And they went, "Oh no, we can't boo her now." Well. In that sort of thing. But no, I think it's quite good that we've got, especially on the Raw side, you've got quite a number of good baby faces for the women's division. Io, Rhea, Lyra as well. So yeah, you can turn a couple of the former big hitters heel, and it should work. But yeah, I think ultimately we are going to see a rematch, and I think that's where Lynch takes his title.
I think so as well, because she was saying, I think the beginning line was very interesting, was saying, she didn't win, I won, because she got badly, I think she had a broken nose as well. I think that's what Lyra was saying.
I believe so, yes.
Also, another thing, and unfortunately, this poor lad who was Lyra's fiance in the crowd.
Oh yes, I've heard the discourse on this one.
Yes, so bless cotton socks. So he was just sat normal, casual, regular. Like, I swear he looked like someone from My Hero Academia when he wore the jacket. When he wore it. But apparently it was a guy called LJ Cleary. And he is a wrestler, which I had no clue about. But apparently though, people were kind of not mocking him, but basically saying Lyra's punched above her weight or something like that. And I was like, stop it, don't be horrible, first of all. But then I did actually watch one of his matches. He's actually not a bad wrestler. So yeah, they're kind of
because I think in the Wrestle Talk podcast review they highlighted that he's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
But they've chosen to kind of hide that element and make him like nerdy boyfriend meets Skrillex, per se. I think he kind of looks like Skrillex. I vaguely recall. I can't even recall Skrillex having like the glasses and the long kind of wavy hair, but obviously he was more amped up for his electronic dance music, or trap music, not just sat there in a bit of a cardigan and glasses, going, "Don't be mean to my fiance, please, please." Please, I'm actually quite a good wrestler, but I have to pretend that I'm. It's probably like a Clark Kent Superman thing.
It could be, yeah.
Could be. Takes over as his ultimate wrestler.
Well, you'd have to take the glasses off to wrestle, to be fair. So,
This is true. Also, new Superman trailer came out today. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Still need to watch it. I haven't had a chance to yet.
We have been spoilt for trailers. We've had Superman. Nobody 2 came out yesterday. There's a new one for Ballerina as well.
That I need to watch as well.
That's for movie conversations. We're here talking about Backlash. So let's move on to the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Well, if we to believe, to be perfectly honest, because
of current time,
of current time of all of, but probably a couple of weeks, give or take. Who knows?
Yep.
It's Dirty Dominik Mysterio taking on the man who walks like a sexy panther. It is, of course, Penta. Now with tool-infused guitar intro in his music as well. And in blue. And in blue. Not the Royal Kitticon blue color.
No.
But blue.
Sapphire, I'd say.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was just coming with blue.
And then on Raw, he was in purple. We're getting all the variants.
It's the Pentaverse.
It's the Pentaverse.
It's the Pentaverse. Every week a different Penta. Eventually, they will all turn up and take on the Judgment Day. Just think it. Judgment Day trying to fight off a Penta after Penta after Penta after Penta. And then out of nowhere, Ray Phoenix turns up.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point.
Yes. But yeah, a fun little match between Dirty Dom and Penta. And yeah, I mean, a lot of, again, they have really good chemistry. But the thing that I think just makes me realize how far Dominik has come as a wrestler is some of the movements that he did. I think one of his big opening moves first was like dive out to the ring, but catch Penta into a Hurricane Rana at the same time.
Yes. Yeah.
Which was really, really good.
Yes.
Which was really, really good.
That move alone was just like proper. That was like one of my favorite moves of the match, to be fair.
And then, of course, you have your Penta doing a Mexican Destroyer on the apron. It's the hardest part of the ring.
Oh, always.
I mean, it is fun sometimes watching people take like the Mexican Destroyer. Because it's like when Penta took on Chad on Raw the following week, it's like he did the Mexican Destroyer and Chad just kind of just slightly bounced up a little bit and then just kind of fell straight over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And then
but yeah, carry on, sorry.
I was gonna say, and then because Judgment Day, you can't have one person in Judgment Day just wrestle a match. Oh no, interferences galore and more shenanigans of. Is the Judgment Day ever going to implode? I've kind of given up at this point, to be fair.
Well, at this moment, I can reveal to you exclusively that I have seen the clock that says when Judgment Day breaks up, and it says, ask again later. I mean, it's like, if this storyline is still going on by the end of this year, I won't be.
Oh, I'll be mad.
Be annoyed.
Yeah, I will be.
I mean, we've got to this point. We know Finn or Dom is turning on each other at some point.
Yes.
And then it'll be, and as Mark Fox has said, who will win custody of poor JD?
Oh, Carlito.
I think Carlito is just going to be collateral damage every week. I mean, again, he also took a Mexican Destroyer, and he just basically just ended up dead on the floor.
Yep, pretty much.
There's a really good shot of just Carlito just face down, just arms by his side, just looking like he's just been hit and he's just been knocked out, and he's just going, "Nope, I'm cool this way. I'm down. I'm cool." All that sort of stuff. But yes, even though the ref caught on to the Judgment Day shenanigans and went, "Hang on, guys, you're taking too much slow time to use that chair that I can notice you. You can all get to the back right now."
Exactly.
But just as Penta thought he had won, the big coffee himself, El Grande Americano, turned up, loaded mask and all, simple headbutt, Penta falls, Dominik does what he does best. He does his 5-star frog splash and retains. And El Grande Mexicano just casually relax. He just went for a tranquilo, like relax. Like, yeah. It's me.
Literally lying there like Jeff Goldblum from
Jurassic Park.
It's like nothing to see here. You're fine.
It's fine.
Gracias.
It's like, see, I am a grand Americano. A grande Americano.
Oh my god! It's just like there's so many different stories going into this. It's just like it's various storylines. I will say.
It's like, well, it's kind of, well, what was it? Because I mean, the week before there was kind of like there's the subtle discussion between Dom and Chad about, hey, maybe if say American Made or El Grande Americano helps out, then maybe we can reciprocate. But then American Made became tag contenders by being War Raiders because of New Day, and I don't know what's going on. That's a storyline that is currently in the "it's happening, but I do not care right now" pile, which is awful to say because all three teams are amazing, but I just do not care right now.
This is pretty much. This is fine.
this is final. This is a storyline. Yeah. There we go. We've got this is a match, which means I do not care for it, but this is a storyline.
Yep. Fair.
All this sort of stuff. But post Raw, Penta took on Chad Gable, not El Grande Americano. He was currently back on tour. He was apparently on tour back in Mexico, taking time out of his busy schedule to go back to Mexico and wow people as a giant coffee. So yeah. And the interesting thing is, it kind of continues the story like that. Chad Gable cannot beat luchadors as Chad Gable. He has to be El Grande Americano
to beat
with
them.
the loaded mask. And I know Wade Barrett and Pat McAfee will both say, but he's not El Grande Americano. They're not the same person. All that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think eventually, hopefully we'll get to a little bit of a conclusion on that soon. But I have seen in the chat from Sean, which might be I wouldn't rule this out, but I could see this happening.
I mean, I did hear a theory today that possibly with Penta and El Grande Americano could be a mask versus mask match.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So it could lead up to then really, oh no, it's Chad Gable all along, sort of thing, and then everyone was just like,
it's like, how did they know? I mean, you wear the same singlet, you wrestle the same time, you got the same body, and you sound the same. What else? It's like it's not like you've become a celebrity wrestler in ITV Celebrity Wrestling. It's not like in this ring you're someone else, but here you're El Grande Americano.
Oh dear. Oh
yes.
God.
Indeed. I mean, yeah, it's a fun match. I think in terms of Intercontinental Championship side of things, I think either to a degree it's going to be Finn versus Dom for that belt for a bit.
Yes.
Or maybe the turn costs Dominic the title against someone. Who knows?
Because people are saying that Dom might turn face, and it's kind of because people are starting to like him now.
I mean, people absolutely loved him winning the belt at Mania.
Yeah. I mean, he did the second celebration that wasn't planned. He literally ran and was like, I think he said he just took the moment, and I was like, you know what? Fair play to you. It's your first championship. Why not? I mean, I don't think they're booing him now. I think it is very much a scene, the situation of every time he turns up, they are cheering him. So it's like, and you know what WWE is like, no, you shouldn't cheer the heels. It's just whatever. But,
which means basically Finn will be the one to turn evil.
I have a feeling, yeah.
If it brings back an evil demon Finn, I'd like that.
Yes, please. I miss Demon Finn.
I mean, we still haven't got Banana Finn yet, which I'm still disappointed that we haven't got. Him dressed up as the Fortnite Banana. Banana Club. There you go.
Oh God.
Nah, sock and head Finn for the win.
I mean, yellow sock.
But yeah, also for in the next upcoming Raw, we've got Penta and AJ Styles versus Finn and JD.
Yes, because that was because of the match that happened on Raw, that more interference that led on to that. So yeah.
And then Penta got involved. Well, one of his variants got involved.
Yeah, stopped, the purple one.
And that's how Carlito took the Mexican Destroyer and ended up dead.
Yeah. How many? Carlito has more lives than a cat at this point.
I mean, if you need someone to take a very powerful move and just look like they've died, Carlito's your guy.
He's
just
your man.
Breaker.
Oh God! Still an incredible spear, that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God.
But let's move on to the penultimate match of the night, where the ring general Gunther rightfully and pretty much logically smacked down Pat McAfee.
This was a very small build up again, but it's kind of been building up for a while of people mocking Gunther because of him losing to Jay, and you hear the crowd pretty much you tapped out, and this started off with because everyone loves Jay. I mean, as soon as he comes out, he does the whole with Pat and with Pat and Michael Cole. I will say with this match, I was impressed by McAfee, but also I'm slightly annoyed that he didn't sell it as much as he should have, like most wrestlers. I know that's just me.
Well,
afterwards.
Yeah, well, to counteract, I mean, his social media did show how red his chest had gotten by the end of it.
I mean, from the beginning of the match, he was like this color, and then by the end of the match, he was literally that color.
Like, I've been on holiday by mistake, and I just got slapped by the sun.
It's like from going down like to about, I'd say about just below his chest, he was literally red. Though, do you know what? I didn't actually mind the match. It was actually good. There was good storytelling because of Cole as well, saying for the first time, I'm going to be biased because this is my friend and I'm going to support him. And then eventually he did kind of get involved because he knew that Gunther wasn't going to pin him. It was literally throwing around a ragdoll at this point. Because I actually thought we were going to see blood, but we didn't. I don't think. I'm actually quite surprised we didn't. To be fair.
I think the red marks on his chest were probably the vines we were going to get.
It was so bad he put burst a blood vessel in his eye following night. But no, this was a good match. I think people. I mean, I agree. I think it went a bit slightly longer than it should have. But compared to like most of the other matches of the night, these matches were kind of short anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the dynamic didn't really change for a lot of the match. It's like McAfee would try something, but Gunther would just chop him down or kick him down or just throw him down or something like that. Yeah. And only you get, obviously, Gunther and his ego gets the best of him a little bit, and McAfee's able to kind of get back into it a little bit. Even when he's about to try and powerbomb Michael Cole, the commentators almost get one over on Gunther, but he still powers out, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, but the fact of the matter is, Gunther just kept wailing on Pat, and Pat sold quite well in that match.
He sold well there, yes, I will say that. Yeah,
it's like lariats, and even the boot. He got a boot to the face, and he kind of crumpled as well, which was quite good as well. Yeah, I think in all honesty, if this was to kind of try and rebuild Gunther up a bit as a bit of a monster, job done. To be perfectly honest, job done. And yeah, I think also the thing that caught me by surprise was the strange bit of respect at the end of the match.
Yeah, because he shook his hand and pretty much was just like, you know what, fair play, and walked off. I honestly wasn't expecting that. So unless that was Gunther's way of saying, okay,
this feud's
done. I respect what you. Yeah, I don't appreciate what you said, but good match. See you later, sort of thing. I actually thought there would be interference by someone, but it didn't happen. Oh
yes, I think we're talking about Bill, aren't we?
Yes,
Mr. Goldberg.
Yeah,
it probably will happen. I've seen in the chat. I've noticed more Foxes asked the question. It probably is going to happen, but I think they're just kind of working out when and where it's going to happen.
Yes.
And also, it's also been raised in the chat. I've seen Matty and Moff Fox talk about it as well. Pat has wrestled before main roster stuff. He hasn't just taken on Austin Theory or Gunther. He had a good little feud with Adam Cole in NXT. They had a really good match at Takeover 30, and then there was the War Games match as well. So yeah, generally Pat can definitely wrestle, but probably not to a constant stream as like the current crop of athletes are.
Very much. She's just had the training just probably for that one match, and that's about it. I'm guessing it's more gimmick matches that he trains for nowadays.
Yeah.
So
I think, I mean, it's like there's bits like when McAfee kind of tried to jump over the top rope. He kind of tripped and fell over a little bit. And I kind of feel like, it's a botch. Part of it probably is a botch, but it's also, I like the fact that it makes it show that he's out of his depth.
They even brought that up in commentary as well. Yeah. I think even Cole said, he tried to do it, but he's not trained as a wrestler to make it say, yes, he is still an announcer. This is what he does as a day job. He doesn't do this. So that was well played as well, I will say. And I did like the fact that Wade did get angry as well at one point, where he was just like, I have to call this match, but also I'm really mad at Gunther for attacking Cole, pretty much.
It's like, I'm angry. I have to call this match. I mean, Gunther's winning this match, but I'm angry. Michael, get back here. Come back.
He was
Don't
very
leave me
protective
alone.
of Cole, where he was just like, stop breaking, don't look at him, break eye contact, because he is gunning for you. And Gunther was mocking Cole. He was actually laughing at him, sitting on the rope, telling him to come in. So Gunther played the role really well of being a dick. Which is yeah, and I did like the fact that when he was dragged in the ring, Ray was like, "That's a 58-year-old man. What are you doing?"
Don't power up on Michael Cole. I mean, if he did, that would make Gunther such the heel.
Oh, I mean, he kind of already did like a few weeks prior, really, before attacking McAfee and leading up to this. But yeah, though it made me respect Cole more. I mean, I think he's a great announcer and he has come into his own of late. But the whole fact of building up story like, no, I'm going to say what I mean. I'm not going to let no bully tell me what I can and can't do. Sort of thing. Also, I know not many people like McAfee, but he did wrestle well in this match, and it kind of like, you know what, I respect you for that sort of thing.
I think, yeah, I think I appreciate McAfee is not been to everyone's taste. I mean, I think there have been times where I've liked McAfee as a commentator, and then there's been parts where I do not really care for McAfee. But to be perfectly honest, I think his promos running into this match were very good as well. I think he sold the prospect that, yeah, he was out of his depth, but he's just gonna just stand up and say, F it, I'm gonna do this match.
Yeah.
In that sort of sense. So yeah, and the post-Raw, McAfee gives Gunther some props as well. So it feels like that is one done, and we all move on from that side of things.
Very much, yeah.
So yeah, so this little side excursion for Gunther's over. But he's now challenging the winner of Jey Uso or Logan Paul from Saturday Night Main Event on the 9th of June. So the Raw after Money in the Bank.
You can tell how enthusiastic I am about this.
Harriet was this despondent as well when I mentioned it. It's like, not again. We cannot do this for the 5th time.
No.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't mean that Logan Paul's winning the belt. No, he's not winning. No.
Oh,
Jay's,
no.
Jay will probably keep that till about SummerSlam. A little bit further on, maybe. Yeah, I don't see it happening. I mean, I think if Gunther is taking on Jay again on 9th of June, a couple of things might happen. Either it ends in DQ or Jay wins, and that's that.
Yes. Yeah, it's not going to end. I think Gunther probably will get in. This is for the Saturday Night Main Event, you said.
So yeah, so Jay versus Logan Paul on Saturday Night's Main Event next Saturday.
Yes. God, it's gone around so quick already. Blimey, everything's happening. Oh God, that's the weekend of Comic-Con. Right, okay, right.
Final tournament. So yeah, it's a busy weekend. Oh, we can do the review on Bank Holiday Monday. It's fine.
That's true. I know what I'm watching on the train up then. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's pretty much Jay's winning that for sure. But yeah, I'm not really. I really want something else to be thrown into the mix of this, because I don't think I can handle another so many weeks of repeat. Don't get me wrong, Jay's intro is cool, but for Netflix, I just have to keep skipping it now.
Yes. Pretty much because it's like I now skip it because I worry the crowd will go one more time, and it's like
they did on Raw. That's why I was just like, once I see the, and I'm like, skip.
I like the entrance. I like the music, but it needs to just let him get to the ring, let him do what he needs to do. He can't keep eating forever. It's going to hurt him.
Well, I know.
Probably inside, but anyway.
Yeah. And also, I don't know what else they can give, because we've already had everything. Well, you know,
I think the likeliest person to possibly take that belt off Jay is probably Rollins.
Yes, Seth is definitely. I mean, the whole story with this new group. Yeah, I think he could be thrown into the mix, and it could become a triple threat. I wouldn't mind that. And then Braun kind of slowly, because he attacked Jay on Monday as well.
I think, I'm story plotting in my head. I'm thinking Seth will take the belt from Jay, and either two things will happen after that if Seth takes the belt. Either Breaker turns and takes it from Seth, or Sammy will take it from Seth.
Yes.
Because Sammy's also been involved in the storyline as well.
Yeah, I know Sammy at some point is going to win this championship because he has to. This is a story that's kind of been slowly building.
Yeah.
And obviously, I still remember the look he gave Jay as well when he congratulated him after WrestleMania. But also Money in the Bank as well. That's another thing. So it's hard to say, but yeah, I'm not enthusiastic about what's going to happen. We'll see Raw. We'll see what happens after Saturday night main event, and then I will reserve my judgment till then. But if it carries on without nothing happening, I will not be a very happy Harry. So,
so basically, we need new stories, or we need to continue on a new story that we've already started with Seth and Braun.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
Much.
Yeah, very much so.
Pretty much. We'll find out what happens after Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
But yes, we move on to main event of Backlash, which was for the last time, one last time, Orton versus Cena.
93 matches later.
For the 94th match. Or was it the 93rd? I can't tell.
Who knows?
You've lost count.
Well, the video package before made sure that you remembered how many there were and how many matches they had. Actually, to be fair, it was a good video package. So.
It was. It's like, look how many times they fought each other over and 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 over. This is the last time.
You say that, we still got how many months?
I mean, you never know. They could collide one more time. You never know. And it'll be one more. It's like one more time. No, this is the last time.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Yeah, so heel John Cena, who's put up with attacks from Randy Orton telling John he should go get kids, but Cena's been busy raising the generation of kids. He's been raising all the parents as kids.
That was such a great line. I remember I was seeing that and I was just like, oh my god, geez, that's good. That's good. I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, possibly.
I mean, John's already been a father figure to everyone else. He doesn't need kids right now.
No.
Per se. Oh, but oh yes, and also it's like, yes, Orton is part of the furniture. He just needs to be thrown out. That sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had some good promo bits. It was all quite good. But obviously everyone knowing a Cena and Orton match is coming are just going, how many rest holds will there be? A few to begin with. A few to begin with.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, sorry, go on.
Oh, no, after you. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, like you said, it kind of, with most of these matches, it starts off slow, but it really did kick into gear to like mid and then towards the end, and it was just like, this is why I thoroughly enjoyed it more than I did the WrestleMania match with Cody. And sorry, Cody, as much as I really like you, this was caliber for a main event, I will say. But yeah,
because they're obviously trading results. There's the first couple of trades of like an AA or an RKO. Really good RKO from Cena rebounding off the ropes and just running into it, which was just really good, cool. I popped for that. It was like,
I missed it. Yeah. You had to rewind it for me to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, but all things started to go a bit ballistic after ref bumps.
Oh, jeez, yeah, there was quite a lot of ref bumps. There was like two.
There was a couple, but there was also in the mix of, I want to put Cena through a table. And we kind of put Cena through a table. It was lopsided, and then Cena just nudged it, and it collapsed. And that pissed Orton off. I said, no, I'm going to get my own table. I'm going to get another table over here. We're going to do it over here in front of people. I'm going to do my own AA here.
I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do it right.
I'm going to do it right, and then we're going to drink Prime and realize how much of a shit drink it is.
Oh, my God. No, we watched it and it cut away and we had no clue why. And then loads of people have posted photos of why he did not like the drink.
Well, Orton said, I'm going to give this a go.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Melting quite a bit.
He didn't approve, but at least they gave him a bit more energy because he needed it for.
He needed hydration. He needed hydration. It wasn't Cody Rhodes flavor. but it needed hydration.
For the multiple RKOs that came afterwards, because Christ almighty, there was a lot.
so referee number one got hit. Referee number one kind of came to while he went outside the ring, and then his face connected with the steps, and that ref was pretty much done for a bit.
I think we were watching this, and I think Matty said at one point, well, the ref isn't really selling. The first ref was not really selling that because he got hit by a belt. And then when the second ref hit the steel stairs, I think I said, well, he's definitely selling that because that's going to hurt.
That's where Carlito gets his inspiration. He's just lying face first at the gun going. So referee number 2 comes down. Yeah. Match continues with its high stakes. And then, oh no, belt to the face. Down I go. Oh. And it's like, Orton has a near 20 count pin on Cena. And then everyone turns up. All the producers, a random local wrestler dressed as a producer. Even Nick Aldis with his big wide shoulders turned up to go, Randy, we have to sort out the ref. Everyone's injured. And then it's like, fuck this. RKO, 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 RKO. Everyone gets an RKO, even Cena again.
Oh, it was so good. It was just like they came out of nowhere. So you know that's definitely going to lead between him. At some point, him and Aldis is going to have a fight.
Got to be an Aldis
Has to be.
Match. Has to be.
Come on.
Even if it's a one and done, just do it. Let Aldis have a bit of a wrestling fun. He's earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the third time. It is like the third, fourth time now he's RKO'd Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
So Aldis has definitely got to do something about it.
Well, I think Orton's going to be bankrupt at this point with the amount of RKOs he's given to officials, because I think at one point...
it's okay. It's okay. The Condemned 2 money will get him through stuff, as well as 12 rounds 2 money. All that sort of stuff. Maybe Elden Ring, you can do a sponsorship.
I mean, it'll be coming out on Switch 2 at some point, so yeah.
Lord Randall Keith Orton commands you to get a Switch 2 and play Elden Ring.
I'm going to name my character that when I get it.
All rise, Lord Randall Keith Orton. But Orton started to hear those voices in his head.
Yeah.
To do a punt. And then lo and behold, R-Truth pops out to go, no, we can't have that. That's what's up. No. You can't punt my childhood hero, John Cena. To which one just went, fine, okay, number 6. But then Cena, that dirty bastard, low-blowed, more direct, not the Paul Heyman approach. Not the Paul Heyman approach of get the arm and then and start just kind of shifting around the balls. Did that, grab the belt, flat Orton, and Cena retains.
Yeah. Also
having a pop at the crowd, also goading the crowd as well.
Yeah, he pretty much, again, this is the last time you'll see me. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
The same spiel that he's been saying.
Yeah, it's like he's the real last champion, and he's done. He's leaving St. Louis. He's done.
Yeah.
Spectre Morse can't take that belt off him now.
No, he can't.
No, nor Lewis. There we go. We came full circle with Inspector Morse.
Full circle.
Came full circle with Inspector Morse. But
then
Backlash.
Yeah, sorry.
But then Backlash did not end there, because John Cena turned up to politely answer some questions from the press. He came in. He was quite relaxed and like, it's been a long night, but I'm going to give you guys some of my time now because you guys are important. And just as he's answering the first question, R-Truth came into the room to congratulate John on successfully retaining, even though the crowd thinks he sucks and he can't wrestle. And Cena told him not to cross that line, but R-Truth just wouldn't stop and got an AA for his troubles through the press conference table.
That looked like the softest AA ever. I mean, I was shocked when I saw it. Don't get me wrong.
You can't throw R-Truth into the crowd. That would just be mean, inconvenient to people.
I mean, I am kind of glad this has been building up, because for weeks and months we've been saying, how is R-Truth full of all of this? And through SmackDown in the last few weeks or so, he has been building up. Like, no, there's always a second side to this story. And then on SmackDown just gone, he had a sign go, "Let's go Cena." And I think Jimmy has been trying to kind of coax to like, just stop this, please. You know, he's bad, and he's like, no, he's cool. He's the reason why there's a reason why he did this. So yeah, that's definitely leading to a match at Saturday night main event. But it's just, I want to. Is it bad that I am intrigued to watch SmackDown? That's the most thing I'm looking forward to for SmackDown. R-Truth's reaction in regards to this, and how heartbroken he will be, how in denial he will be.
I think we chatted about this last week. If that AA woke up Ron the Truth killings, as in the serious side of R-Truth, as of capital punishment side of things, when you have that one like title match against Cena, then I think that would be fascinating. Like, it's like he's been happy with his childhood hero, now that his childhood hero has betrayed him and attacked him, he's gone, well, no, he can't be my childhood hero, so I've got to be mean to him, all that sort of stuff. And that would be quite cool as a build-up. But yeah, I think it's if you had this on the like, these are the matches Cena's doing in his final year, I would not expect to see an R-Truth match on that card.
Do you know what I was?
Maybe in a tag match. Maybe in a tag match. Yeah. Tag match, yes, but not as in like, oh, this might be one-on-one.
Yeah, I'd say, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Don't get me wrong. It's just more of a, I thought it'd come towards the end of his career more than anything. Because I still ultimately think Cody is the one who's going to defeat him and get the title back. I think that will be one of his final matches, because I think it was kind of confirmed it's going to be in his hometown, or it's still in the air.
It might be the December Saturday night's main event is his final one. But we'll say nothing's been formally confirmed or anything yet. So
no,
but it is definitely in. But it's definitely in December.
Yes.
I mean, definitely. there's the big what if.
I mean, I know Chris Van Vliet interviewed him, and I still need to watch that in full. But from what I have seen, whatever Joe Hendry manifests, it come true. So just
the fact of the matter is, the fact that he's reported that when he was doing his interview, Chris Van Vliet, he talked about it appeared in the Cena's behind the scenes documentary thing on the cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If there is a Joe Hendry match, seems very likely at some point at this time.
Yeah.
In this era.
Oh yeah, definitely. It has to happen. It has to happen. I mean, come on. See, I think Joe Hendry has built himself at this point after WrestleMania. I mean, the chillness of that whole thing was just incredible. You know, you'd think like in front of all these thousands of people, and you're just like, hey, no bother. You know, do the whole usual thing that he does. Fair play to him. He's done incredibly well. Another guy who's done really well since, you know.
Matty did mention earlier, especially about AAA and TNA. TNA stars are going to AAA for Triple Mania, including Joe Hendry.
So there.
Will he still be the TNA champion by this time next weekend? Because we got Battleground coming up.
Oh, Battleground, yeah, sorry.
So, I mean, they did a really good contract signing segment on NXT last night between him and Trick.
It was very good because it was just like no audience. It was just them two and Ava. That was it. It was well done, I will say. NXT is really growing into its own, I will say, of late.
Yeah.
I've really been enjoying it a lot more. Not that saying I haven't, but I've just really been like, okay, this is my focus now on Wednesday morning now to watch this.
I haven't watched a lot of like the shows in full, but I keep an eye on the highlight side of things, and it's like consistently it seems to be fair. It's like, yes, it's still partially developmental, but it's still kind of, you've got some very established talents there. Jordan Grace, Ricky Saints, I'm going to try and use his real name, Ricky Saints, even Page, Steffi Vecchio, all that sort of stuff. And the fact that division seems to, that brand itself seems to be getting stronger. And even the TNA crossover stuff has still been going pretty well.
Yes.
To be honest. So
it has. And I think Julia's possibly back on NXT now because obviously losing the match on Raw, because that's another thing I want to bring up. I feel bad for the two ladies that the fact that they lost the match, because obviously had to make Io and Rhea look strong to build up for possible storyline for them. There was a promo at the end that I watched today, where basically Roxanne's like, "Oh yeah, we got to defeat them," blah 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 blah, and then Julia pretty much turned around and said, "We, there's no we," and then just walked off. So that's it now.
She might be
Game
back
over.
NXT, but again, draft is supposed to be around the corner. So, I mean, truth be told, Julia and Perez are pretty much ready for main roster. Well, I assumed Perez was on the main roster anyway now, the amount of times he's been showing up now.
Well, this is it. I think they both really cemented themselves on Raw. They're really good. I love Julia. I think Roxanne Perez has really done well. It's just a shame, again, going back to the whole Bayley thing, that she hasn't had much time to shine because of that whole storyline. But thanks to this, she has grown a bit. Like the match with Io Sky last week was really good. And I really enjoyed the tag match this week as well. So please more. Please more.
And it was nice. It was like a full star-powered sort of main event as well for Raw with the women as well.
And the whole build up to it throughout the show as well, like them talking about themselves, proper promos, which was good. Yeah, very good.
Very good. But yeah, that brings us to the end of Backlash and our post-Raw discussions on that sort of side of things. But yeah, overall, Backlash, entertaining, predictable. I mean, if you skipped it, you're fine. You wouldn't have missed much, to be perfectly honest. But there are some good bits to enjoy in that, to be perfectly honest. And yes. And that now means we're on the road to we've got Saturday night's main event, and we got CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Rollins and Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. There's still some tension between Punk and Zayn, so that might be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we know Jay versus Logan Paul's happening.
Yeah,
and there'll probably be a few more matches locked in for that by the end of next week as well. And then, yes, Money in the Bank. We were having a chat before coming live in terms of, well, who's likely going to be in these matches this year? Because we worked out it's like it's free from Raw, free from SmackDown. So it's kind of looking at the rosters at the moment and kind of going, well, in theory, who? I mean, from the Raw side, I think, and I have seen it in the chat, I think from the Raw side, Bron Breakker is definitely in that match.
Yes, for sure.
He's in that match, and he's a probable winner as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Either Chad or El Grande Americano, one or the other, depending. If there is not a match with him and Penta. I'm trying to think who else. Gunther.
Gunther, yeah, Gunther could be, but no, Gunther's got. He's got his match on the following Monday, so it's weird to put him in the match if he's going to have a match on the Monday. I don't know.
I mean, he might just decide, you know what, screw it, I'm going to take part. But
it's really tricky. I mean, Cody could be part of that match.
I've just thought of someone, Karrion Kross. Give him his flowers. Give him his flowers.
I would love Kross to be in that match, and I would also love Kross to win that match. But it's like it's very I mean, we still don't know what the contract situation with him is at the moment. We know it's up during the summer, so unless this is the last ditch effort from WWE to kind of go, hey, stay with us. But then again, his t-shirts like one of the big sellers at the moment on WWE. So it's like the crowds are getting behind him. So
I was finding that documentary, which is actually you should watch. It's very good. Very, very good. So that's
the Raw. So, because it's like AJ and Penta are still kind of caught up in the Intercontinental belt with Dominik.
Yeah.
So it feels a bit weird pulling any of them into the Money in the Bank ladder match. But if they are any of them, they're not winning. They're not winning, to be honest. So, I mean, yeah, from a Raw side, from a men's side, Bron is absolutely in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a Sami Zayn. Maybe Zayn.
I think I did. Yeah, I did throw that in. Yeah, that could be a possibility for him. Excuse me, to actually win it, because he's had so many, so near and yet so far opportunities, and this could be another. He might not win this, but it could make him like the heel turn slowly.
Or Zayn wins it and then eventually turns heel, as Karrion predicts. Punk, Punk's popped up as another one. I think Punk's going to be taking on Cena at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think because of the anniversary.
Yeah.
Of it being like the whole blow the kiss and then legging it through the crowd. That famous photo, you know, the one that we all know very well.
Yeah.
Because I think even
sorry, carry on.
I think because I showed you, like, Cena posted a photo of the cover of Bad Bad Man or his album, and it had ice cream on it, and people were saying that's relevant to Punk, and I think Punk even done an Instagram post as well or something like that in retaliation to that. So I have a feeling he will be after the whole feud next with the Saturday night main event. I think it could lead on to that.
Yeah,
possibly.
I mean, chances are I could see probably maybe. It's hard to see. I think if you're going to make Seth and Braun look like the faction to beat on Raw, they have to win that match.
And
they're more likely going to be pinning Zayn. They probably will not be pinning Punk.
Yeah.
In that way.
I believe so, yeah.
So it is quite. It's hard because there's quite a lot of people on these rosters, and it's kind of hard to kind of pick out who should be in that Money in the Ladder match.
Yeah, because I'm just having a look here at the roster, and it's just like there are a lot of people. It is tough. Sheamus, he's back.
Sheamus has won it before.
True, but he could be involved in the match, though.
Yeah, he could be involved in the match, but you kind of feel like they should really put him towards the Intercontinental Championship and just get that story over and done with.
Yeah, because that is the Grand Slam. Yeah, very much.
I guess from a SmackDown perspective, you could probably throw in Aleister Black.
Aleister Black, Jimmy.
Jimmy could be in there. Yeah, Jimmy. I can't see Jimmy win it, but it'd be something. Maybe Cody comes. Maybe Cody's back for that match.
Could be.
But then again, I still think Cody would. It would be silly for Cody to win the Money in the Bank briefcase and just hold it.
And also, doesn't he have a right to a rematch clause as well?
Probably.
Yeah. So he might just use that instead. Yeah. I mean, I know LA Knight was part of it last year, but also I think there's more contenders for the SmackDown side than there is for the Raw at this point.
Yeah. I think we're going to see. I think we're gonna have to see how it pans out when the qualifying matches start on Friday for SmackDown, all that sort of, because then we'll have a general idea. But I think the smart money right now is Breaker.
Yes,
definitely on the inside. The money's on Breaker.
Yeah, I believe so. I think it would make sense because if they're trying to build up this faction as well, that's the best way to do it. And I don't know if they're going to add any more people to it.
Or if Breaker doesn't win Money in the Bank, he's winning Rumble next year.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's one of those two things. It depends how far out they've planned the Seth Rollins storyline. Because if you want to make Braun a main event guy at Mania, then the simple thing is he wins Rumble, and then you do Triple H Batista again.
Mm-hmm.
In that sort of way.
Exactly.
In that sort of way. Women's side, I've seen from more Fox. So again, this is. I mean, you could probably from Raw side definitely Roxanne Perez.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see Perez in there. I think you could probably, if Rhea and Io aren't having a rematch anytime soon for that belt, Rhea or even Bianca can get into that match. I think that'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. Ivy Nile?
Probably not. I mean, she'll be in the match, but
yes, yeah,
it's more like fodder. And considering it's six spaces, you feel like you want to make these like the big money matches because they're going to be the big money matches, I suppose. I mean, that's not a knock. That's not a knock against Ivy Nile. It's just I would say Ivy Nile is probably more in line in the Intercontinental Championship picture at the moment.
Yeah,
give or take.
No, that's fair.
But again, the start-stop booking of her, Dakota, on that just hasn't helped anyone in that sense.
No, really
I think Matty's made a good call. I would say Naomi's definitely in there. If Naomi's in it, Jade Cargill's in it.
Alexa Bliss as well, possibly.
Bliss, possibly. I mean, Charlotte possibly as well. Depends what the Charlotte Bliss angle is post SmackDown.
Yes, that was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think SmackDown makes a bit more sense. I think we'll probably have. I imagine we might have Stratton Jax the finale maybe at Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
that could be a thing. but then it would be hard to. It's hard to kind of predict who would win from the women's side, I suppose. I mean, Naomi would be a good shot. I think Naomi would be a good shout to give flowers.
Yes.
If you're looking to build stars for the future like they've done for the last year or two, Cargill's another possible shot as well.
Very much so, yeah.
I don't see the point of giving it to Flair.
No, I mean, her character now has, if you haven't seen SmackDown, it's evolved into whiny brat mode, and it's kind of like, which, yeah, I kind of watched that, and I was just like, it suits, so don't get me wrong, but it's also like,
I mean, they could build. I mean, from SmackDown, Chelsea Green will be a good shot as well to put Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea, I think would definitely be in the match.
She's definitely earned that, I tell you. She was in it last year, I think, wasn't she? Or she was a qualifier, or she was in a ladder match per se, and she was afraid of heights. That was her thing. She couldn't climb no further than
she was in the women's match last year.
Yeah. So you never know. Bianca, but then again, she's out at the moment with an injured finger. So
I think Bianca will be back in due course to take on probably Io or something. Because if the draft happens and they move Street Profits and all that over to Raw or something like that, there's other ways to get the Rhea Bianca match to properly work this time. I think I'd say if I was to be pushed for an answer as to who went, I think if they were building for the future and she's amazing to stay on Raw, I'd say Roxanne. But then again, that's kind of too obvious. Simply in last year we had Tiffany Stratton. Again, that's building for the future. I would say if you give it to someone new, Perez. If you give it to someone established, I think Naomi's a very good shot.
Yes,
I think Naomi would be a very good thing.
And her character at the moment, as unhinged as she is, would be perfect. I think. Because she could just use that belt and literally attack everyone left, right, and center. Because
you can continue the Jade feud. Jade might win the title maybe at a SummerSlam or something like that, and then Naomi's there to wreck it all within seconds.
True.
Yeah. Cool. But I think that's where we are. I think on Money in the Bank. I think once we see the qualifying matches, we'll get an idea of where we're going.
Yes, I think once. Because the qualifiers start on SmackDown on Friday, carries on from there. We don't know who is wrestling yet because we did check beforehand. And then obviously get Saturday night main event out of the way, and then you can start steamrolling towards Money in the Bank.
We've only got 2 weeks between. You've probably got two. Yeah, you've got 2 weeks between Saturday night's main event and Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
it's quite a quick turnaround.
It is, and you got the Worlds Collide on the same day.
Collide, and then end of that month, you've got Night of Champions, which is the only Saudi show of the year. So things are coming really thick and fast on WWE PLE calendar at the moment. So it'll be quite exciting.
Exactly. I mean, there is a lot happening, which is good. So much wrestling.
It will never be decided who has won the wrestling, but your best bet is to watch the wrestling.
That's true. That is true.
We are about to bring things to a close. Obviously, we would be amiss because this has been obviously it's a wrestling stream. We would be amiss if we didn't mention something about Sabu, who unfortunately passed away this past Sunday, age of 60. Well known as a hardcore legend in places like ECW, TNA, Independent. Personally, I've not watched many of his matches per se, but you say to me, Sabu, I know exactly who you're thinking about, and I know him as a character, and I know him as just pretty much a really kind of fearless wrestler, I suppose.
Yes, very much so. Like you, I'd only seen a few of his ECW matches, but very fearless, shall we say. It's very sad of his passing. And it was very much not long after his retirement match as well. So yeah,
I think it's a testament to a wrestler's legacy when a lot of the promotions are just coming out and obviously honoring the legacy, but also places like TNA, they're just putting out the match catalog that Sabu had with TNA straight away. And just a lot of people just sharing great stories, early memories, memorable matches as well. So
yeah,
you know, a wrestler's left a legacy if everyone's unified in grief and in remembrance as well. But no, it's yeah. So Matty's someone I was like, Sabu was a guy who tried to shoot his shots on the fly, trying out stuff. Yeah, just kind of just bringing in new ways to new ways in offensive stuff and just wrestling styles as well. And even the Taz video where Taz explained that Sabu was going, no, we're going to make Taz look like the star tonight in their sort of matches and stuff like that. It's kind of, it's nice to hear.
Yes.
It's sad, but it's sad of his passing, but it's just, it just kind of highlights how much probably of an impact Sabu has had across the whole wrestling landscape per se. And and it's like, it's hard to put it into perspective until the passing, I suppose.
Until it happened,
Yes. Oh well. But there's no kind of easy way to segue into that. But I think that's it's a poignant place to leave things for today in terms of thinking about obviously the legacy of Sabu. But yes, we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you so much for watching tonight, guys. Plenty more BunkaMania stuff on the way soon. Hopefully I will have a chat with Matty and I'll have a chat with Jeremy. We'll see if we try and get an AEW show or an AEW catch up like this maybe in the next week or so ahead of Double or Nothing, because I know that is on the horizon. But yes, we want to get some AEW stuff out there as well. And yes, we will hopefully try to be bringing new episodes of Quizmash and other content soon. We've got an idea for Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. We are going to try and do a lovely tier list about Mission Impossible movies. It also gives us a nice little platform to talk about Final Reckoning as well. So yes, if you do want to be part of that when we go live, hit the follow button on Twitch. It's completely free to do so. If you're watching on YouTube and you like the video and you want to see more, hit the like and subscribe button. You'll get fresh videos on BunkaMania as soon as they are available on the channel. And as always, we also do our own solo streams. Harriet, where can people find you?
So you can find me, there you go, all the details down below. I'm kind of taking a hiatus on Twitch at the moment, just having a bit of a break while I just revamp and do some stuff behind the scenes. Hopefully sorting that out soon. I don't know when I'll be back. It's possibly either be next week or possibly the week after the bank holiday. But if you follow me on Blue Sky, Manga Girl 232, that's where I usually post when I'm having a schedule of stuff. Also, I still have a lot of reactions still on my YouTube channel, which I should be doing sometime very soon. And and on Twitch, you can find me Harriet_Manga Girl. And probably when I come back, I'm going to try and find a game to play. If not, then we do have some Knights and Warriors videos. It's kind of like Gladiators, but medieval style. So go with that for a bit, and we shall see. But follow me on Blue Sky and you'll know when I will eventually come back to Twitch. But yes, that's where you can find me.
Thank you very much. And of course, you can follow me on Twitch and on Blue Sky at the Dekker Dane. I stream Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays 8 o'clock, Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. No stream today because of obviously planning for this episode of BunkaMania. But we tend to alternate Mondays between watch-alongs and Let's Plays. This past Monday, we had a bit of a bumper stream because of the birthday. So we did watch a little bit more of celebrity wrestling on ITV, which was... It's still a thing to watch. I will say that now. That's code for it's not good, but we're watching it anyway. And yes, currently playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and also Disney's Villain's Cursed Cafe. I'm also probably going to be throwing Doom the Dark Ages into that very soon because it's out this week, and I do love me a bit of Doom. It's a lovely stress reliever as well, to be perfectly honest. Pretty much nothing says enjoyment more than just ripping and tearing demons. But this time you're in medieval style areas and you've got a shield. It's Doom, but they've just kind of gone, you know what? We can have a bit of Doom, but what if they all were at LARPing?
I did watch a video of this, the before you buy video, and Oh, it looks good. Even I'm like, I might break the bank to kind of get a copy myself.
This is the joy. This is the joys of Game Pass. It's like I can download it.
Game Pass. I need to get an Xbox. I will say.
I might need to clear Fortnite off my Xbox, but I still have it on my PlayStation. So I play on PlayStation. So I predominantly play on PlayStation, but because I've still got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to play, so I don't want to necessarily.
No, you definitely don't want to get rid of that.
I don't want to get rid of that. We're on adventure. We're going to carry on. So, yeah, next week might be Doom Dark Ages. It might be something else, but we will find out. And you'll find out when you join the channel on Monday at 8 o'clock. But anyway, that is going to do it here for today on BunkaMania Wrestling, where we've been talking Backlash and everything else around it. I have been the Dekker Dane, joined by Harriett, aka Manga Girl. Until next time, remember, but watch out. Inspector Morse could be about with an ale and a steel chair. And then your days are numbered. Think about it. Bye for now. Bye-bye.